This is a fake license.
Bro, why would I bring a fake license to
the profile that you're using?
Are you saying I'm bringing a fake license?
On February 11th, 2024, a Hertz rental car employee contacted police after a customer presented a driver's license belonging to someone else while attempting to rent a vehicle from her counter. The clerk recognized that the customer profile being used belonged to a verified gold tier member, and that the photograph on the license presented at the counter did not match the customer standing in front of her. Before calling police, the clerk emailed the real account holder, a man identified on the call as Dennis Morris, who confirmed by phone and email that his Hertz account had been hacked and that he had not booked any rental. The first responding officer arrives to find the suspect still at the counter, loudly disputing the clerk and asking why he would bring a fake license. A rhetorical deflection investigators are trained to recognize and weigh carefully.
What's going on?
This is a fake license.
Bro, why would I bring a fake license to
the profile that you're using?
Are you saying I'm bringing a fake license?
The profile he's using is of a gold member that is.
That is a lie. How is this a fake license, man? She tripping, bro.
Actually, the guy.
No. Come here! Stop, please! Come here! Heading towards stairway. Taking the stairwell. Stairwell 8. Heading to our station. Southbound car rental. Get on the car now! What? Get your hands out. Get your hands out.
Under the Fourth Amendment, the officer had reasonable suspicion to conduct an investigative detention under the standards set out in Terry v. Ohio, 1968, based on a direct citizen witness accusation backed by records. Without warning, the suspect bolts from the counter, with officers giving clear verbal commands to stop and identifying themselves as police, as the pursuit moves through a stairway, down to street level, and south on Continental. Under Illinois v. Wardlow, decided by the Supreme Court in 2000, unprovoked flight from clearly identified officers is the consummate act of evasion and is a relevant factor strengthening the existing reasonable suspicion. Throughout the foot chase, the officers maintain continuous radio updates, calling out, heading towards stairway, heading towards 600, and south on Continental, so additional units can converge, and the timeline is documented.
301 and touch me. $4.15, we're by the bus stop. Do you have anything on you we need to be concerned about? Guns, drugs, knives, anything like that?
We got a squad on scene. Oh, Matt's on scene.
I'm going to jail about this?
Yeah, you are. You just ran from us.
Because y'all just came to me about things I was supposed to do. I got scared.
The pursuit concludes at a vehicle, where officers issue rapid, repeated commands directing the suspect to exit and to show his hands, tactically prioritizing visible hands, because the greatest risk during a felony stop is a concealed weapon. Before any pat-down, the officer asks whether the suspect has guns, drugs, or knives. The suspect says no. Such public safety questions during a Terry stop do not trigger Miranda versus Arizona, since they are not yet custodial interrogation. A limited frisk for weapons is also permitted under Terry versus Ohio, When the officer reasonably believes the subject may be armed and dangerous, a belief easily supported here by flight from a fraud investigation involving an unknown person. Returning to the counter, the officer interviews the clerk, who explains the timeline of emails and her phone confirmation from the real account holder and offers to provide the email exchange as contemporaneous documentary evidence. The clerk explains that gold tier members may pick up reserved vehicles at the exit gate with only a driver's license, with payment processed against the card on file, a frictionless model that depends entirely on the integrity of the photo ID. When the suspect asks about his phone, the officer says it will be taken as evidence. Under Riley versus California, 2014, the phone may be seized incident to arrest, but a separate warrant is required to search its contents.
So, you just want to kind of tell me what happened?
So what happened was this morning, we emailed from our customers. I emailed the guy to say to see how his rental was going so far. He emailed me back saying that he never picked up and that his account had been hacked. So
Do you have his name?
his name is Morris. Yep. His name is Morris.
So you emailed him?
Yeah.
What time was this?
I emailed him about 8:30, 9 o'clock this morning.
Can you give me a copy of that?
Email? Sure. This is email. This is ask him how this was going. Email me back to tell me that he never picked up. And that his account had been hacked. And they had picked up on the vehicle under his name.
His account was hacked, and then what?
I had seen another resume for him that he just made at 3:28 today.
Okay.
So that's my call in and have him go over to the exit gate to let him know that if this name comes up, don't let him out. By the time we noticed that it was 3:30, Ben walked over to the exit gate to let them know, so we have a radio saying they can hear us. Right when he got there, the guy was at the gate. So we just called our code out, let the gate up, and act like our system was down until you guys got there.
Damn, man. Sorry, guys.
Don't take one hand out. Don't try anything.
No, I'm not trying to make it. I just scared me, brother. I have no weapons on me or anything.
Did he say anything to you guys when he was at the exit?
He was asking me how to get a larger vehicle.
That's all he asked?
Yeah, he was like, well, at first he asked like, oh, your system, like, she said our system was down over the radio. And he's like, oh, you guys' system's down. I was like, yeah, it's probably gonna be a minute.
And then you said the actual guy with this name, he's like, is he like a special member with you guys?
He's a gold member.
Gold member?
They just come pick their cars up, go to the exit gate with their license. We verify their license, and
We have their credit card information on file, so.
Okay.
Be careful, my girl's in there. My grill's, brother.
Yeah, I see that.
Any review of the officer's use of force during the foot pursuit and arrest is judged under Graham versus Connor, 1989, which requires that reasonableness be evaluated from the perspective of a reasonable officer on the scene. The suspect was charged with 3 offenses: identity theft of information to obtain money, resisting an officer based on his unprovoked flight after lawful identification, and taking a vehicle without the owner's consent under deception theory. There is a second victim never seen on camera. The real account holder reported his identity stolen twice in 48 hours across 2 different states, suggesting either a coordinated group or stolen credentials sold on online marketplaces. On the grading scale used in this analysis, the responding officers earn an A-. The Hertz employee earns an A for catching the fraud before any vehicle left the lot, and the suspect earns an F based on the conduct documented on Bodycam. Lesson 1 for businesses. Verification beats recovery. The clerk stopped this loss by checking the account before completing the rental and by contacting the real owner directly, instead of relying on a photo ID match alone at a busy counter. Lesson 2 for citizens. Monitor accounts in real time. The real owner only learned of the theft because the clerk emailed him during the attempt. A reminder to enable account alerts, use unique passwords, and respond quickly to unexpected emails. Lesson 3 for anyone stopped by police. Flight rarely helps. Under Illinois versus Wardlow, it strengthens suspicion. and under most state codes it adds a separate resisting charge, turning a single fraud case into a multi-count prosecution. Lesson 4. For officers. Document early and seize. Do not search. Continuous radio updates, repeated verbal commands, and seizing the phone as evidence while leaving its contents for a warrant kept the entire arrest record clean and defensible.
Hey, y'all gonna have my phone and everything?
Never hold on to it. It's probably going to be taken as evidence.